Take out a sheet of paper and divide it into two columns. On one side, please write the word and part of speech. On the other side, please write the definition and any helpful examples. Please pause the video at any time if you feel that I am going too fast. The first word this week is inversely. Inversely is an adverb describing that which is reversed in position, or reversed in order or direction, or even something that's reversed in tendency. For example, his approach is the inverse of most research, as he waits until after the data is collected to then propose a hypothesis. Merit. Merit is a verb describing the action to deserve or to be worthy of something. Merit can also be used as a noun, referring to the quality of being good or worthy. For instance, Confucius was the first leader to propose the idea that leadership should be determined by merit rather than by family. Virtue. Virtue is a noun referring to morally good behavior or character. Virtue is very similar to merit, but focuses more so on behavior or character rather than that which is worthy. For example, one of the reasons he was considered such a pillar of the community was that his virtue was impeccable. He always did the right thing. Just. Just is an adjective that, beyond being a synonym for the word only, describes the treatment of people in such a way that is considered morally right. You think of just, think of justice. For instance, the other students considered it just that Franz was not allowed to go on the field trip after he intentionally embarrassed Gwendolyn in front of the class. His punishment was just or fitting. Vice. Vice is a noun referring to immoral or wicked behavior. Vice serves as an antonym to virtue or merit. For instance, all big city police departments have a vice squad, which is generally assigned to things like gambling, selling liquor illegally, and drug dealing. Next is unvarnished. Unvarnished is an adjective describing that which is plain, that which is clear, that which is straightforward, or simply something that is without vagueness. For example, oftentimes people will use the term unvarnished truth when they want to say that something is above suspicion of being false. It's clear, it's straightforward, it's not vague. Incite. Incite is a verb describing the action to move something to action, or to stir up, to spur on, or even to urge on. For example, protests, if they get out of hand, can sometimes incite something more serious, like rioting, for instance. Reprehensible. Reprehensible is an adjective describing that which is deserving of censure or that which is deserving of condemnation. Reprehensible describes something that is negative. For instance, when Ivana said a bad word in class, the other students thought it was reprehensible. On the other side of reprehensible, however, is propriety. Propriety is a noun that refers to proper language, behavior, or character, that which is proper. For instance, when you meet someone for the first time, especially in an interview situation, propriety is a necessity. Similar to propriety is decorum. Decorum is a noun that refers to behavior that is in keeping with either good taste or propriety. For example, when you go to a wedding, there is a certain decorum that most people anticipate. Candor. Candor is a noun that refers to the quality of being open and honest in expression. Candor can also refer to a simple frankness. For instance, Marcus, even though he was not always prepared, always speaks with candor. Fastidious. Fastidious is an adjective describing the trait of being meticulous about matters of style or taste. For example, the devoted fans of the science fiction show were fastidious in terms of plot development. They were so invested that they had to see it be carried out perfectly. Disdain. Disdain is a verb describing the action to be considered to be unworthy of one's consideration. For example, pacifists are likely to disdain those who promote gun ownership. Flourishes. Flourishes is a noun referring to a bold or extravagant gesture or action, usually made to attract the attention of others. For example, many students add flourishes to their signatures in order to make themselves appear more intelligent. And finally, affront. Affront is a noun referring to an action or a mark that causes outrage or offense. For instance, when the man guessed the woman's age, she considered this quite an affront. It was offensive.